Ain't Linda Paris aboard the Titanic because there was no lifeline for our ancestors. Again, hit that like button, share and subscribe, and don't forget our ancestors who died on the Titanic. Blacktitanic. It's Latasha Scott. She's answering question. I think it's D103 in Atlanta about her husband Rocky and the allegation of the money that they stole and the allegation that he has a baby out there. Also, she addresses the beef in their family.
Okay, And so, no, my stylist kept texting, like, what's the colors, what's going on? And nothing. Just, I think he said something about maybe a gown or something long. That was it. No color scheme, nothing. When we got to Vegas, I take Tiny to the side. I'm like, hey, what's the colors? Nobody's told me anything. Mm-hmm. She's like, man, we trying to figure it out. We don't really know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got this and that. I'm like, okay, well, what's the colors? I think Meek got a red dress. What you wearing? I said, I got like an olive golden dress. She was like, okay, that's not too far from me. I got silver. I think I'm wearing nude. So nobody knew what it was. I'm talking about this is the night before. And I said to her, I said, well, at the end of the day, at least on stage, we're going to be a unit.
Okay.
With the gold. I already knew what that was. I'm like, sometimes on red carpets, people can wear different things as long as it looks popping. So, and that's what it was. And when I got on the red carpet, I was like, well, wait, all of y'all got on the same color. What is that?
So before it even got to that point, though, like it was like you were doing some shows, not doing, other shows like the tour. They were doing touring different cities, and it was. They said, well, I hear it was because your husband Rocky was beefing with the promoter or something.
No,
is that true?
No, my husband actually brought the promoter to the group, and this was prior to Candy coming back to the group. So no, we had shows lined up that she said no to. The only two shows that she said she was going to do was the one in South Carolina and the one in Atlanta, of which she did not do either. Her or Tiny, because they had the COVID. But no, I didn't miss any shows. It was not that at the beginning. I was on every show. There was a conflict with the promoter who tried to get, a little irate, and my husband was like, we're not going. He wanted us to make up a show. When he got all the money from the box office, he used Escape's name on both shows. The South Carolina, nobody got refunds. Nobody gave him money back, nothing. And so when it came time for the second show, he begged my husband, hey, can you please, even though Tiny and Candy can't come, can you please let your wife and your sister-in-law get on the stage? I can't. This is Atlanta. This is $1 million box office at this point.
Right.
We get on the stage, we do what we got to do, and then he comes back to say, hey, y'all got to do a makeup show in a whole different city, and I'm not going to pay the girls. It was a lie. And my husband was like, well, first of all, my wife is not going to get on stage because you made the money. And we got receipts for that. But no, I never wanted to. But when he threatened my husband, I'm not comfortable with going somewhere where my husband is threatened. I'm very not comfortable. And I told the girls that, like, let's pick a different promoter, and we're cool. I can go on the road. But now they're still with the promoter. So,
what is at the root of all of this? Because it seems like we're getting through the TV show and the reality series a lot more history, a lot more insight.
Yeah.
And it seems like this is a long-standing thing. How and why? Like, in your opinion, what is if there is one thing you can hang it all on, what is the one thing that continues to be an issue amongst the group?
I just think we have differences of opinion and we don't communicate. We never sit down and talk about things. It's not that. It's always talking to someone else, going to someone else. And by the time it comes back, everybody has their own opinion and it gets out of hand. Now, when we signed up, I want to say for myself, when I signed up for this show, all it was about was going on tour, singing 30 years in the game with another group, SWB, who's a super group to me.
Right.
So even when Coco and I talked, she's like, oh, this is just crazy. Like, we never thought it would be this. I promise you. And it's like, once the television comes on, once we start filming, boom, there's one thing after the next.
Yeah, because the first episode was like fireworks, and I hate that. I have sisters or whatever, and I don't like division in families. It's just not a good feeling. So to see you and your sister kind of at odds is uncomfortable to even watch. I mean, this whole thing of your husband and you taking $30,000 from her, like, please help me understand it.
That is not true. I would never steal from my sister. And it's questionable because keep in mind, all this time we have been doing shows. We have sold out tours. So if anything would have happened, why didn't you, sister, I'm your sister, and I'm just hearing it on a testimonial? Never heard anything like this. So what is this? And I'm being attacked every day. So I get it, it's the tricks of TV, it's just a monster out there.
So when she confronted you about it in that scene with you and your mom, she was basically saying that your mom always talks to you. Do you feel like you're your mom's favorite?
No, I do not. People didn't even, what you guys didn't, you didn't see the whole thing. All you saw was what.
Yeah, because it felt like y'all got quiet and it was kind of like, oh, I know we're going there.
No, it was so many other things that were said. There was so much disrespect. My sister said so many different things. And when it comes to my family, Tigger, that I don't put my family business in the street. That's something that we talk about behind closed doors. My mother's always taught us that. That's the bond that we have. If we want to shake the tables at home, we shake the tables at home. If we want to fuss and fight, that's what we do. But when we come outside those doors, it's love. And we just didn't get to that part. We just never got to show the love that we actually have. And my mother does not show favoritism, but does she get on to both of us? Yes. If you notice in that scene, my mom was like, hey, I don't care what nobody said. Y'all, she was talking to both of us. Mm-hmm. So, but, that's my little sister at the end of the day. She's always been that one, to talk back and do certain things. So this is nothing new to us. But the way our dynamics are, you guys don't understand. My mother is the one that put her foot down. She says what it is, and we get through it. But now we've never had these problems. We've never had any problems like this. Not to this extent. All right.
So much. Okay.
Go ahead, Tia. Come on.
So in the tale, it came across my desk, and I had a report on the fact that there was allegedly an outside child with Rocky. Is that true?
There's no child. There's no outside child at all.
Okay.
And see, that's the thing when people hear things, they go straight. It's true. We've been convicted. I mean, since day one, y'all understand, I've been attacked. It's been ongoing. I've not been out of the media every day. And I'm like, what is all of this for? Why me? But like I said before, a lot of things I go through, and it's not just for me, just like this music. I've been through a lot. So now I'm able to share that with the world.
Why not? This morning in the TL, we talked about, Candy was on Watch What Happens Live, and she kind of ran down receipts of how many songs she sang lead on. Okay. And she was defending something that you said. You said, back in the day, in 98, I wanted to do a solo project. I think everybody was happy for me except for Candy. And you said, for some reason, my project got shelved, and it was in the same time frame that Candy signed and got her album to come out. Mm-hmm. So it was a little bit odd. At the time, it was a little bit weird. Mm-hmm. What is the beef there? Like,
wait. Candy said you needed to take it up with JD. Have you ever taken it up with JD?
No, I have not taken it up with JD. I have not.
And do you really feel like Candy has that kind of power to shelve your album?
I just said it was very odd. That in the beginning, I always said I wanted to do something. She came and was like, oh no, you shouldn't be able to do that. Like, you're going to leave, you're never going to come back. And I said, that is not true. I definitely want to do something. I've always wanted to sing. And she was like, you're not coming back. Then she gets the record deal. She never wanted the record deal. I wanted it. I said what it was. She was upset. She goes to get one. I had mine with So Deaf. And all of a sudden, her album comes out, mine is shelved. At the time, she and Jermaine had a very great relationship because they were partners. And so you would feel jaded.
What kind of partners? Like business partners?
No, they was getting it in. They were a couple. They were an item. They were.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. No, it was what it was. And so I felt like, what is happening here? I've talked about it. You were upset about it, but now you're doing it. So yeah, anybody would feel sort of like, oh wait, but you didn't want me to have one, but you got one. Yours came out, mine didn't, and it was like, oh, it was like that.
So, Tasha, let me ask you, 30 years later, do you wish you were never in the group?
No, that's not true. I created it. I know. The name, escape, all of that stuff comes from me. That's why I spearheaded that. That's my baby. So, no, I don't want to.
Anything could be different over the last 30 years. What would be different? What would you wish was different?
That we actually sat down and said what was on our minds. That really spoke from our hearts. Because we never did that. When I say never did that, everybody had their, oh, we're going to talk to this. We never said that. I didn't have somebody who kind of understood the business to kind of keep things intact. We just never had that. I was the older.
I mean, the group will be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
so if you could sit down and talk to them and say anything to them, what would you even say? But what's the conversation?
This is the mistress unique. She seems to be mad at the wife. Boy, because she claimed that on that interview with B103, they asked Tasha that, we heard that it was in the street that your man got a baby. And all Tasha said there was no baby. But she seemed to be triggered by that. But I don't get it. Tasha didn't say anything at all bad about her baby except that there is no baby. Now, this girl right here claimed to come forth and said, we need to understand what she's going through. She believed everything Rocky told her, and she fell in love. So why can't you give that same type of compassion to the wife? She believed in everything her husband telling her also. But you don't seem to understand that.
Trying to run away. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so it's fine. I don't care if you out here, holding him down and all that. Do you? But all I'm saying is, don't speak on my baby situation. That's all I'm saying. Don't speak on it. You don't know what I went through. You know what I'm saying? You could call me, Montana. You could call me. I'm not like that. I ain't like.
Hold that. So she's not allowed to talk about what's going on in her household? And, oh boy, why should the wife call you? She's doing what she's supposed to do, talk to her husband. He's a liar, and he lied to both of you girls. So, honey, quit being mad at the wife. Be mad at Rocky. Be mad at yourself, because you knew this was a married man. He's not going to leave his wife. You said that yourself. He told me he was going to leave her, and I believed him. But Rocky was saying that he don't have no baby by you, and the wife believes him. Oh, yeah, y'all. She showed Tasha K plenty of receipts. Rocky, you done played yourself, because she got those receipts on you.
I avoided every question about you. I never even talked about you, none of that. Never talked about you, none of that. But it make me mad that you out here trying to, look like Mr. Huxtable, like you got the perfect little life, and you just a clean cut guy and shit, but you out here you threaten people about putting money on the head, but you won't put God in everything.
Yeah. She said that Rocky just want her to go away. So since he started being on social media, he started threatening her. Now, we do know that he has that background in the past where he had threatened other people's husbands. Also, Rocky's real name is Edward Bevin. And he used to work for Bill R. Kelly team, y'all. So we do know that R. Kelly team did a lot of covering up for him. So he's looking awful shady right now. But these side chicks, when things don't go their way, they act like they shocked, like they're shocked. Look at that. That come from True T. She said their leg side chick, a Latasha Scott husband. Yeah, and then y'all see in the middle right there, we got Martell Hoax. He is the same way. He's been lying to Arian, lying to his wife, and Arian has the same type of privilege where she thinks she's equal to the wife. Just like this chick was. This chick thought she was equal to the wife because she said she was not no side chick. They've been in a relationship, I believe she said 5 years. Now go back to Martell. Martell and Arian been in a relationship about 7 years. So these chicks are thinking that they are it. They are the one. When we're in reality, you'll never be the one. The man is just a liar. All he wants is just to have a good time and then go back home to his wife. He don't plan on leaving his wife. Now, these two men have something in common. You'll see, Latasha husband Rocky on that side, and you'll see Martell. What they have in common is that they are nothing. They hide behind their wife. It's like they pimps. They put their wives all out there to make all the money for them, but then they claim that they are high value men. That's what they claim. So let's go over here. All right. So look at this. These Tamika Scott confirmed check went to her mother, Latasha. This is by Keisha Moore. Now, what's going on right here? Once again, here's Rocky over there. He's in the middle of everything. Y'all saw what she addressed where it was a lie that they stole $30,000 and that the check was on Rocky's account. So Latasha Scott she's gonna stick by her husband no matter what. Let's finish seeing what the side chick is saying.
You gonna put God in everything? All I'm saying is, Tasha, you've been doing interviews and you doing your thing with your gospel shit and all of that. Okay. And every time they asked you questions, you kept saying, I'm gonna pray on it. Why, when they asked you about my baby, why didn't you say I'm gonna pray on it? Why you felt the need to answer that question like you just know? You did better just saying, I'm going to pray on it, or no comment. But I know he probably didn't want you to say no comment because then that leaves it out there. He's trying to make himself look like he ain't sleep with nobody, he ain't do shit. I get it. But I'm just saying.
One of the person fans text, you slept with her husband and you expect for her to not to speak on it? Ooh, these sad shit, they brave.
You've been saying you're going to pray on everything. Your response should have been, I'm going to pray on it when they ask you about the baby because you're the wrong person to speak on that situation. You wouldn't know. And like I said, that's a trigger for me. That's the only reason I'm up here. And I'm saying what I'm saying because that's a trigger for me. Y'all want to know that real? Y'all holler at me. I'll give you the real. But see, if that real come out, then that's going to fuck up y'all whole image. And see, I get it. But what you're not going to do, you're not about to... Rocky not about to threaten me and think I'm about to just sit still and let.
I'll tell you guys, she's mad at the wife for some reason. The wife, the one was in the dark. You and Rocky was sneaking around. You said that Rocky said he was going to leave you. He lied to you. Now you're mad. Or you going to be mad at the wife also. These side chicks. So, I'm so sick of Ariel talking about how, she's the star. She's a star. She should be the star of Love and Mary Huntsville. Well, do y'all remember when Martell, I think he had in his head that he could make her a star. When he did that inest wine, he chose her to be the breakout female for the inest wine. But anyway, let's just look at her brag on her abilities and her talent.
You definitely was going to be at home, but the thing is, I'm supposed to be incarcerated right now. Oh, say it again, your phone.
I'm coming back on, so y'all, they gotta have something to talk about.
That's exactly what I said.
Years. And I've been telling, don't check for me unless you gotta check for me. I'm like, where to go?
So she want On to give her a check. Don't check for me. On is not checking for her, but in her head, she got all this talent. Don't check for me unless you got a check for me. Now, I like to know when was On hounding her. She's no Halle Berry, or she's not even no Yvonne Van Zandt. Nobody that On to be chasing after. Maybe On might chase after Yvonne Van Zandt to come back, but certainly not this chick. She's gonna exhibit her talent. So now, Martell told her that Melody was the face and he was the brain. So I want to know, Martell, if you were the brain, why can't you make her into a star? You don't need love and marriage, Huntsville. You guys can go off and try to create your own destiny. And you try to carve that with that inest wine. But we're going to see how that worked out. We're going to see just how talented you are, young lady.
Yeah, it has to be something else better to talk about. I mean,
So also, you think, no, I ain't gonna say about own. They paying me, girl. I ain't saying, man, I don't know if own behind this.
Oh.
Hold on, can't hear you. You're stay close to your phone because it's not picking up your words. What did you say?
So do you know that this man is stupid? Already he have lost his family. He lost $1 million contract. He have lost, just might as well say everything, but his bird brain now. And now he's hanging on to the last creation, hanging on the tail of Melody with this Love and Marriage Huntsville. And he's been attacked that. Alright, he's attacking Love and Marriage Huntsville now by blaming on or Carlos for being behind exposing him and Arian drunk.
Yeah, I do, though, because they're not paying me, so I say what I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, I mean, where's this coming from? I've been minding my business for a long time now, but it's almost when Arione's name get brought up in something, y'all, they needed a big boom on the day of promo day. Y'all picture look good.
Hey, son.
Y'all heard that jealousy. Y'all picture look good. That's supposed to be her, you guys. He promised her that, this was the season that she definitely was going to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all picture look good. She's not in it, so it's upsetting her.
Son, what are you doing?
Be sweet. Don't do that.
Hey, son, what are you doing, man? Daddy love you.
Yeah, but back to what I was saying, Martell. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about something more important.
What's that?
Everybody goes to the link in my stuff about me. Regardless, I'm so used to it. But something that's serious is kind of ridiculous. And it's where do y'all get your information from? But y'all be on BS. Y'all been on BS. So I'm not even surprised. But it's just almost something this crazy, that.
Yeah, You know what? Yeah, what I was saying is, I guess, again, as soon as we put the promo out there, people want to make up certain things. And then just to say that I'm incarcerated for abusing somebody, that's worse. So that's the reason I have to go the extra mile by coming on live.
That was the #1 show. Why that type of promo? Why not something more positive that y'all got?
These bloggers got to get something really good to talk about.
It's been 5 years now. Y'all still ain't seen me on that show. It's
yeah. That's unfortunate that you've been talked about since the inception of the show, and you have not been able to make an appearance.
And there wasn't nobody on there that was going to shake it up. It wasn't nothing. It had to be. They had to use that girl. They didn't have that girl, so they had to just keep on using and playing and doing all the other extra stuff that they're continuing to do.
Dang, somebody's saying
So let's go into her talent. We're gonna see for once and for all, y'all. Let's see that girl talent. Let's go into when Martell had this big old head and this big old idea that he can promote her for his inest wine. We're gonna test your talent. Let's test her talent. You guys stay tuned. Arian and her talent is coming up. He was coleslaw. He got coleslaw doing his wine commercial, y'all. Watch her. Watch Bird Brain. Now watch her when she got to hunch him to say, hey, look, tell me what to say. Watch her arms now, y'all.
Welcome to my city. Me and y'all enjoy yourselves. Thank you. Want to see her put the wine out for sale? I think it's real soon.
There she go, y'all. Y'all hear? See
2
her.
weeks.
She hit him and then
2 months.
she hit him and then she looked at him.
2 months.
Wait a minute. I'm going back, y'all. Watch. She gonna hit him. He gotta tell her what to say. He put her out there to do the commercial, but her brains just won't allow her, y'all. Y'all know her brains ain't gonna allow her to do what she's supposed to do.
How's the wine I want to order? The wine is perfect. Perfect. You did a good job on the makeup. I hope you have a great evening. She said, thank you. Welcome to my city. Me and y'all enjoy yourselves. Thank you. When is he going to put the wine out for sale? I think it's real soon.
So right here, as you can see, she's got her talent. She's putting it all, giving it all she got, you guys. This is the Love and Marriage Huntsville breakout star. Let's see more of her talent.
Thanks. 2 days. 2 months.
Oh, God.
How was Max and Pierce doing?
Y'all notice she never did even look at her. She got to look at him here. Anyway, y'all, she never did mention the name of the wine or this, y'all, but her brains.
Is it sweet or strong?
Very.
It is sweet, but it's very, very good.
She got to think about it, y'all. She can't remember her lines. She thinking. Look at her. Think. Them brains got to get to work. Look at her looking at Martell. Speak up. Tell me. I don't know what to say.
It's literally the perfect blend. It's right there in the middle. If you like more dry, you'll love this. You'll love it. I love it. We ain't never hiding. Ever.
Okay, there you have it. Now, she say that on needs that talent. She just put on y'all her best performance. Tell me what you think. Do you think Coleslaw nailed it? Inest wine? Martell tried to put her out there to be the superstar. You trying to make her into a superstar. Yeah. That's right, y'all. She's showing y'all her talent. She have made everybody on that show. She say she that girl. She